know that the Clippers have lost every game that Harden's been there for.
I do, and they lost last night as well. Yeah, that's great. Jeff Zilgit of USA Today, article titled, "Enough is enough. NBA should suspend Draymond Green for the rest of November after chokehold."
That guy shouldn't be allowed to cover
enough
the NBA.
Is
dude.
enough.
Just
Come
stop
on,
with
man.
your
It's
soft
pro sports.
ridiculousness.
Pro sports.
It is. It is.
He
pro
didn't
sports.
finish the job, by the way. He held back.
If you watch Gobert, and I've watched the video a couple of times, he's like he's not stressed out. He's actually almost smiling because he's so big and strong. He's not worried about the chokehold.
Ask Jana about the teacher hold. That was a teacher hold. Like
you're getting them out of the fight.
I hate to break it because the teacher hold, teachers, because I've had a lot of teachers in my life, and they've had a lot of
breaking up fights.
Draymond Green-esque. Now, I would say like even worse, way worse than Draymond Green's. And they have to break up a fight. They have to break up a kid that's probably stronger than them, but they can't fight that person because it's a teacher versus a student. So you can't just knock the kid out because now we're talking serious lawsuits. So the hold that they put him on is a little bit like the Draymond Green hold from last night. So if you're trying to break up a fight or get a guy completely out of there, especially if he's against your team, he could have done a lot worse. He could have thrown a punch. I didn't see him throw a punch. Did he throw a punch?
No, nobody threw a punch.
He didn't throw a punch.
No, it was dancing.
Now, he could have wrapped the right leg around and got himself a little leg triangle and then squeeze that sucker until we get a tap. Come on, tap it! Tap it! And he never did that. I mean, I think this is a move on with life situation. We don't need to have a hearing. We don't need to have a advisory committee. We just need to say what Kurt said. Hey, can you just
I thought
it
was proper etiquette. I used to tell my teammates, don't ever grab me. If I'm in a brawl, you grab the other team because I'm going to get sucker punched while you're holding me. So don't grab me.
That's a good point. A lot of
don't
warriors
ever grab
around
your own
there.
guy. Yeah.
I was going to bring this up in the first segment. You know, no Timberwolves really ran over there to save Rudy. Find his teammates. That's what should
Don't find anybody.
They should be suspended.
It makes me want to watch the stupid sport. Listen, it's bad enough people think all these sports are fixed. I mean, it's just, especially early in the season, we're talking about guys actually wanting to play. We're going to find them for load management now. I mean, we're going to have a tournament inside the season. I mean, there's so much trash about the NBA season. This is one of the first bright spots. And then you're going to talk about suspend them for the November? Dude, are you serious? I mean, there's so many more egregious things going on out there. The guy who killed Adam Johnson didn't get suspended. Didn't even get kicked out of the league, and he killed a man. You're talking about a chokehold on a guy in the middle of a fight being a peacemaker? This is absurd.
To throw a little life jacket out there for those who want to suspend him or the league, let's not forget Ron Artest kind of ruined this for everybody. I mean, we got to sort of overreact on this so it doesn't spill over to the third, fourth, or eighth
for
row.
Punching a fan?
For a significant amount of time. I think he got kicked off the team. I don't think he played for the Pacers ever again after that. It was worse for Jermaine O'Neal. If you ever watched that 30 for 30 or whatever it was, I don't think it was the 30 for 30, that documentary, maybe Netflix put it on. Like, it was bad for Jermaine O'Neal. It was not as bad for Ron Artest, who ends up winning an NBA title with the Lakers shortly after that Malice in the Palace. But the one thing that was bad for was public relations in the NBA, especially in Detroit, versus the fans, or at least the perception of the quote-unquote, what David Stern used to call them, thugs. And the Players Association doesn't want that moniker and is not deserving. You know, you never said that about Dr. J and Larry Bird. And now, all of a sudden, when the Malice and Palace happened, it was a thug kind of thing. And I'm seeing it last night.
Charles said the same thing we're saying. It was a good move by I just watched it again.
It's a good move by Draymond.
Gobert goes after Klay Thompson.
I think
got his arm around his neck.
Down.
He's got his arm around Klay's neck. Draymond gets Gobert off of his player and didn't hurt him. Mm-hmm. So no blood, no foul.
He could have.
He could have. Absolutely. But at the same time, we're talking about defending. Yes, I know the guy's reputation precedes him. So did mine when I was a player. Right. But when you're in that moment, I'd rather have Draymond Greens coming to defend me than, like you said, nobody on the Timberwolves are going after to help Rudy Gobert.
If I'm Klay Thompson, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
sure.
honestly, we would go back and watch videotape. We watched everybody what they did during a brawl. We'd see the guys that were hovering outside the circle while other guys are at the bottom of the pile getting the crap beat out of them or were choked out of them.
Little kangaroo court.
Oh, yeah. So that you know. It's like Mike Crispino was alluding to. You want to know who's got your back. Like I said, I'd rather have Draymond Green on my side than some of the other guys that were just like, like not wanting to get involved.
Ron Artest, 86-game suspension.
Yeah, significant.
That's ridiculous. It's absurd. Ridiculous. It's so absurd.
I always feel bad for that dude that he wasn't in a part of it. And he's like so shocked that Ron Artest is running at him right now. Did he have a drink in his hand? He couldn't have thrown the drink.
Somebody threw a drink at him. That's how the whole thing started. He was on the table and somebody threw a drink at him, and that's how it all started.
But it reminds me of Slapshot
when the Hanson brothers somebody hits him with a keys.
That's a movie.
Can't see. He's like, it's that guy. And his brother's up there hitting guys. No, that's not him. It's him over there. And he hits that guy. That's what the Ron Artest reminds me of.
Hit him with a tire iron.
Did they ever do a follow-up on what happened to that guy? I wish him the best. I mean, I really
They did. I think they brought
is he okay?
part of that special, and I watched that special. They talked to that guy.
Because I know the guy who actually throws the drink. That nobody knows about him. No one lays a hand on him.
He started it.
He slips
started
away
the fracas.
into the dark of night, and he started the fracas.
He started the fracas.
What a fracas. You're right. NBA needs more fracas.
We've spent 2 segments talking about it out of 4.
Yeah. It's most NBA talk we've given it so far. It's way more than we've talked about.
We haven't talked 2 segments NBA all week.
Wait a second. Was that an in-season tourney game? Was it?
Yeah,
they had the stupid court.
Been.
That's the only thing I know if it's an in-season tourney game is if stupid court's out there.
Ben, they really care. And
There you go.
Somewhere, Adam Silver's going, you see, the tournament matters.
Right. If this wasn't an in-season tournament game, none of this would have happened. It's Silver's fault.
Right.
He needs to get out of here for the month.
Suspend Silver.
Adam, suspend yourself.
He loves violence. It's an easy correlation.
No, I think it's the Kim Kardashian underwear is too tight on these guys.
Might be on something.
There you go. All right, Deshaun Watson's out. What happens next?